So the topic for today is preparing for future growth. And the numbers you are all aware about, those slides are not there. Chemical industry, $220 billion, aiming for $1 trillion by 2040 and $2 trillion by 2047 if the industry continues to grow at 9.2%. Then the government is aiming to achieve $2 trillion by 2047, and this is the Parliamentary Standing Committee report from the Parliament Standing Committee report of Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Specialty chemical is the one which contributes the maximum of $60 billion. And with the domestic demand, the urbanization and the infrastructure, these are the sectors which are pretty well improving as such. Agrochemicals, specialty are the main drivers. EV, battery, semicon are also looking at future growth that we are looking at. It's just information on the petrochemical and the refining side. Presently, we are at 22 operating refineries at 256.8 million metric ton per annum. The present petrochemical capacity is 35 million metric ton. Ethanol blending is at around 17.98%. 80 CBG plants has been commissioned. And what's the future scenario? The refining capacity is to reach 309.50 million metric ton per annum by 2028. The petroleum capacity from 35 million metric ton, we are looking at 48 million metric ton by 2030. 72 CBG plants are under various stages. 900 KTPA green hydrogen project under the two modes, which is EPC and build, operate, own by 2030. Renewable energy, we are planning to reach to 500 gigawatt by 2030, and 50% energy requirement will be through renewables. And the reduce total project carbon emissions by 1 billion tons till 2030. I will just give you some verticals and what is the market size, because our tagline says preparing for future growth. Pharma market presently is $50 billion, expected to reach $130 billion by 2030. Auto market presently at $240 billion, and it is planned to reach forecast to reach $300 billion by 2026. FMCG market, where personal care and home care products, but this is the overall cumulative market, $230 billion to $650 billion by 2027. Textile market, $350 billion by 2030. And the paints is around 50,000 odd crores, and it is expected to definitely move at a 10% growth, both in the industrial and the home use. And the plastics, if you see, it is going to reach $77 billion by 2033. So if you see all these things, this shows that we have to gear ourselves and see how we can at least meet those requirements, as I talked about pharma, auto, FMCG, textile, paints, plastics. So it's not that this industry is not moving upwards. We are moving at between 8 to 9% of growth that we are seeing, and this is again bound to grow in another 10 years in the same way. So how will this happen? So this will happen through five points which I thought of talking to you. We need infrastructures in terms of logistics, in terms of industrial parks, in terms of energy infrastructure. And that too at an affordable price. So we have APDB who will solve your infrastructure problem. Digitization, this industry was not focusing on digitization in a big way, but now for last 3 years that we have been focusing on digitization, Industry 4.0, industrial automation. We have seen that this industry is picking up also in the chemical sector in the same way as petrochemical sector used to focus on, which is a very good sign. And the other thing is that with a lot of job losses in the West, I think it's time for the chemical and petrochemical industry to catch these guys who are abroad, who want to come to India and contribute to the growth of this particular sector. So definitely digitization and automation, because if you are planning to grow in a big way, you need to have all the modules in place so that it becomes easier for you to have a one dashboard which gives you the complete picture on how things will evolve and how things will. It will also give you the cost part of it. It will also tell you where your products are, where your raw materials are, and where your supply chain is. Sustainability, this is one thing which is acting as a, what we can say, complete changing this overall scenario. As when we moved from 2G, 3G to 4G, 5G, the same thing happened. Who thought Vodafone, who used to be #1 in the world, is not able to survive in India? Who thought Reliance Jio, who was not there in 1G, 2G, has come in a big way and captured the market? So when new technologies come into picture, you will see a lot of players moving out, new players coming in. That is where the chances are there for everybody, and whoever can pick up these things will be the winner in the long run. So definitely sustainability both in the product as well as the processes. So that is the new requirement which is coming up. Industry academia. We never thought that academia will come to an industry event, and industry not moving to academia event. So with Narendra Modi's initiative and the present government initiative, we are seeing a lot of things which were not thought of. The number of patents have increased. The number of agreements or MOUs between these institutions have increased, which gives us a hope that if we are planning to come up with sustainable product and processes, it would not be possible unless and until we join hands, because we are looking at a low-costo model, which is the low-cost model. So if we are looking at a low-costo model, everybody has to contribute in whatever R&D budget that they have and see how we can leverage and move forward. So that is just an initial round, and then I come to my slide, which would not take you more than, because just you are aware about this. These are the galaxy of speakers who are there. Presently, it is around 86 of speakers that we have for the next 2 days, and it will definitely enrich your knowledge once you move out on 19th. The inaugural session on global chemical market and India opportunity, a session on digital transformation, specialty chemicals, advancement in battery materials, semiconductor and new chemistries, advanced materials for sustainable future, investments, M&A in chemicals and petrochemicals. What's happening is that there are too many small companies, medium companies, and if they want to grow, and if they are not able to move in the same way, the best thing is either they get more investments or they move to the merger and acquisition route. Petrochemicals, a mega opportunity for India. You are seeing a lot of petrochemical coming, refining coming. One is happening in Andhra Pradesh. Industry academia partnership, imperative for future growth. Sustainability, renewable energy and circular economy. Green hydrogen, developing a cost-effective ecosystem. They say that the green hydrogen ecosystem would be 200 GB. And I was talking to one of the Belgium, one of the European countries, and they were saying, an expert, Spanish Hydrogen Association, SHA, and they were saying that out of this 200, around 60 GB will come from India, which is a very heartening news coming from an international expert. Women in chemicals and petrochemicals, lot initiative is being done through Sumaya Vidya Vihar University and other universities, but a lot needs to be done. This time we have tried to get as much women as possible in the panel. And also we have taken this initiative for the first time to bring a women in chemicals and petrochemicals as a panel discussion. Flavors and fragrances, it is still a fragmented market, but we thought that this is very important, so we have kept this topic. This is our next event, which is happening on August 21 in Bombay. These are the page views numbers: 175, 102,000 users, newsletter for 58,000, open rate 33%, 11%. LinkedIn followers is 80,486, and it is because all of you that LinkedIn followers are increasing.